The college basketball experience pregame show for Wednesday, January the 14th edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is available in 50 states, and you can get $20 free with the promo code SGPN. That is Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience pregame show for Wednesday night, January the 14th. Another loaded slate here. We're going to dive into it, rapid fire edition. Because we got a lot of games, 62 or 61 games on the dock tonight, and we'll touch on each and every one of them before we tip off here in the 7 o'clock window Eastern. First, I am Moneyline Mac, aka former Sever with us, people, the Governors. South Kakalaka with the Gamecocks, and West by God, Virginia with the Mountaineers, also known as.
It's Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Here's everybody here on a Wednesday night, and you guys see him on youtube.com/collegeexperience. He's trying to get laid tonight. That's why he's wearing the greatest shirt ever established. He is the DC Sports Messiah, also known as the Green Moan Weed Growing. Troy Tuning, what's up, brother?
You can slay Poon in this shirt. It's easy, especially if they're missing teeth or they're like Timmy's Tacos. You're basically already in. What's going on, guys?
It's the lock of the night right there, baby. Third man in the booth, and you guys can get that sexy-ass shirt over there at the SGPN merch store that we'll get to here in a minute. Third man in the booth, you guys know from the Pump Fake Pod, you know from the Kyle Kerm Show. He is from the great state of Wisconsin. He is Stoolie Picks. Trevor, what's up, brother?
Not much. Just another day in paradise here, and beautiful slate of hoops today. Excited for it.
Let's get into it because, like you said, we got a shitload of games here on a Wednesday night. YouTube.com/the college experience. Where are the slides? Shout out to Carlton knocking these out last night. There we go. Boom. And yes, a rest in peace once again to Bill Courtney. We got 4 games tipping off here in the window that just happened a couple 10 minutes ago-ish. Wofford, Chattanooga. I see that score currently at Wofford leading 7-6. I see ETSU leading Western Carolina 11-6. I see VCU up early at the First Media 7-3. Lehigh up 10-4 in a lock battle. And Army Holy Cross 15-13. Let's touch on the 3 games tipping off here in 17 minutes, guys, because we got High Point, Winthrop. We did see line movement in this. High Point has flipped to the favorite now. Last night Winthrop was favored at now 2.5. I see Butler and Xavier. Butler now laying 1.5, or I guess they were laying 1.5 last night, but it's hovered around 1 the entire day. And then Purdue, Iowa, that line has stayed steady there at 10.5. Troy, anything here in the 6:30 window?
Yeah, I hope you got the points with High Point. I think they're a much better team. I know they're on the road here, but I would still feel okay laying like a 1.5 or a 2.5 with them. But I don't know which way you guys went on the show. Hopefully you gave everybody the value of getting plus points with High Point. And I like Purdue here, especially if you can still find a 9.5 or even at 10.5. You can't trust Iowa's offense to score, and Purdue's just been kind of railroading teams and Mackey. So I really like Purdue here.
Trev?
Yeah, I wanted to play Winthrop. I didn't. The line was weird. Didn't want to lay points against High Point, but I did bet Purdue. I laid the 10.5. They've been kind of playing with their food a little bit lately, but Iowa coming in here, McCollum with Sturts, Figueroa, and those other mid-major guys that are coming in. Great team, but this environment's going to be crazy. Students are back. This is going to be jumping. Yeah, I think Purdue runs them out. I think they hang tough first half, but at some point that physicality and the bigs down low, they're going to eat, and it's going to be GG's for Iowa. So later with Purdue, I liked the over in that Butler game too, but never fired on it.
All right, so we got some difference. I'm on Iowa. I got in Winthrop, so let's go. SEC action here tonight, 7:00. There's a shitload of games. I will touch on the 3 that are in the early SEC window. There's 2 late here in the late window. Ole Miss, hotty toddy going to Georgia, Kentucky going to LSU, and Auburn going to Missouri. Missouri, I think, is still what? This line is flipped back and forth. 1.5 now for Auburn. Georgia seeing as a 10.5, 11.5 point favorite, shop around. And then Kentucky, that line has come down to 3.5. Any of those 3 SEC games early, guys?
I mean, I really like Chris Beard as a dog and getting 10.5 points here, slowing it down. We've seen Georgia throttle some teams, but they were, mid-major groups. And I think if you slow them down a lot, like, I know they beat Xavier, but I'm pretty sure that was a 1 or 2 point game when they played Xavier earlier this year. Mm-hmm. We know that team's not all that talented, and you can kind of just slow them down and keep it within this number. I'm rolling with the Rebs.
Okay.
I played Georgia team total over 84.5 in this one. Offense didn't look that great on the road. They're back home. I think it explodes here, and they just scored a ton of points. I mean, at home they've been a machine. I know this is different competition, but I still think they're going to have their way. I think is a high scoring game. So,
all righty. So let's get over to the ACC now, where we have the toilet bowl. We got Georgia Tech, Pitt. Nobody cares about this fucking shit game. I believe that's the only early window game. There's a couple late ones out there in Cali. Either you touching this Pitt favored now against Georgia Tech?
Yeah. I'll let Trev talk more about it because right before you joined into the restream, he was giving me the play of the night, jumping in, taking Georgia Tech. So Go ahead, Trev. I won't steal your thunder here.
Yeah, this is just, Georgia Tech just looked awful their last game out per usual. Pitt's not that great. We know, they're the front runners, but Georgia Tech, this line stinks. Nobody wants to bet them. Their last game, they had 2 guys get hurt in the first half, kind of screwed them. So I think they've got to figure it out. I think one of those guys is back, at least one of their bigs. So they'll have that back, and the line stinks. So I took Georgia Tech on the money line. Just beat Pitt. Eat shit, Pitt.
Always good. Well done. I approve of that pick. Well done, guys.
It's always eat shit.
Oh, we always. I already touched on these 2 SEC games. Some more SoCon action here. I love this fucking league. Furman versus Samford here. We had a couple games tip in the early window. This is the only other 7:00. Are you guys going to touch Furman, Samford here? Is Samford still hold as a 1.5?
Furman's laying 1.5 now. This one's gone through 0. I already was kind of worried about this one, and it's flipped through 0. I don't have any super big conviction here, but again, I do think this is a case of the road team is, I would say, visibly better than Samford, and I understand why the line would flip that way. You would take points with them. I'm a little worried now that Samford's the dog, but at 1.5, I still think Furman wins this by a possession or more.
Yeah, I laid off. The line stunk. I didn't want to play Samford, but Furman's, they've been solid. But I guess Samford is home off a loss with a big game to help them out. But I'm not betting Samford in this spot.
We move over to the next game here. We got a bunch of MAAC games. I don't know why they're playing on a Wednesday night. This is random as hell. Manhattan, Fairfield, St. Peter's, Quinnipiac, Niagara, Canisius, Sacred Heart, Siena, Iona, Ryder. 5 games here in the 7:00 window. Make it make sense. Why are they not playing on a Friday night? Nobody knows.
This Iona line just went to 8.5 while we were doing the intro.
Okay. Are you playing any of the MAAC games here?
I was just going to say, even at 7.5, I thought it was kind of stinky. The fact that it's moving that way almost makes me feel better because Iona really should hammer this Ryder team. Is there a reason why we shouldn't be betting Iona here?
I stayed away. I've seen enough shit from Iona this year where I don't really like backing them on the road. That's just me though, because Ryder is fucking trash though. Trav, you got anything in this one or any of the MAAC games? I'm just scrolling through. Fairfield Lane 6.5. Quinnipiac down to 6.5. I did play Niagara plus 2.5 against Canisius because Canisius should never be favored. And then Siena laying 8.5 as well as Iona.
Yeah, I thought about playing the Canisius game and fading them because they're favorites. I mean, they've won a few games. Now they're laying points. I don't know about that. They're not that good. But
To be fair, the other option is that Niagara would be favorites.
This is a very valid point. But we don't. That's a hypothetical. We're living in the real world where Canisius is favored. No, thank you. It would be Niagara. And I was 100% with Troy. I wanted to play Iona, but the line was weird. They should kill Ryder. Ryder's not good. Maybe it's a fake sharp spot. People are going to try to get cute, but no, he's got to be Iona or nothing in that game. Oh, and Quinnipiac got their top guard back last game too.
I saw that. I still think they're getting too much hype. I don't think they're very good.
This 6.5 is a little scary. Like I would also want to bet Quinnipiac, but I would prefer to get a 4.5 here or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna bet it, then it came down. I was like, why did it come down? I'm just gonna avoid it.
Are either of you going to be on Southern Miss Troy or Coastal versus Marshall here in the early Fun Belt games?
This is a CJ Sullivan mandate that I have to bet Troy because I'm Troy. So that's become just like I click them even on the pick site. Let it be known, I always bet Troy now. So that's my thing. I don't feel good about it tonight, laying 8.5, but we ride with our namesake.
That's right. Trev, anything here?
I got nothing. I'd lean with the Brett Favre's, but no play. No leans. I'll take the other side.
Finally got to say something smart for our boy Caleb.
Do you want
blind squirrel finds a net?
Shout out to the chat. Do you what about this Radford Gardner Webb game? Dude, come on.
I wanted to lay it with Radford so bad.
They're terrible. Everybody loves Radford.
Gardner Webb is terrible. They were up 10 and lost by what, 30? Like
they're up 25 on the FBI watch list. 15.
Yeah, I mean, FBI watch list. Like, there's no way that's possible to keep doing it. So it would be Radford or nothing.
My excuse here is I didn't put anything in when I was at Capital One outside of the Virginia border, so I can't bet this one, and that might be a positive for me because I would also kind of want to lay it with Radford.
What about Asheville Presbyterian and upstate Charleston Southern in the early window out of the Big South? Charleston Southern laying 6.5. Presbyterian a dog here against Asheville.
I mean, I don't have anything in this Asheville Presbyterian game. This is one where the road favorite doesn't seem like they're like right away visibly better than the other team. So I would lean to taking the points, but that's not a bet for me because we don't lean. Upstate in a foxhole spot too. I think I like them there.
I got a soft spot for Charleston Southern. They can light you up from 3, and at home they're laying a big number. I think they drill them, but I didn't bet it. But I'm debating it. I've been staring at it all day.
4 games going on in the Conference USA. Sam Houston at Jack State. This one's flipped around. FIU, Kennesaw, Missouri State, Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, Louisiana Tech. I did see the middle line coming down to 3.5. I see Western Kentucky staying solid at 6.5. And then, like I said, Jacksonville State. Now back to laying 1.5 here. And then what was the 4th game I said? It was FIU Kennesaw. Kennesaw is laying 4.5. So anything here in the 4 CUSA games?
I personally rolled with Western. I'm kind of happy to see that line hasn't budged, to be honest. But yeah, there's nothing really exciting about going to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and with kids back in, places are going to be probably you're going to see a little bit more attendance tonight just with nothing to do, cold weather, and kids finally back in school, seeing all their homies. But I think they can probably win this game by 10 points against Missouri State. So I don't mind laying the 6.5. And Missouri State's going to get diddled at the diddle.
Yeah, I want to play FIU. I like their two bigs down low. They had a little mismatch, but didn't bet it. You know, they're better at home than they are on the road. I really want to bet Middle Tennessee. I like them. They've been good at home for years, and then the last year and a half, 2 years, they've been a better road team than a home team. La Tech is not good. I mean, they drilled them by 31 earlier this year. I think it's trying to bait you into taking La Tech at a bounce back, but they're god awful. I think Middle Tennessee runs them out the gym.
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump on that one with you too, Trevor. The more I look at Middle Tennessee laying 3.5, they seem like they should be able to get that done by 3 or 4 possessions.
La Tech's horrible. I mean, 27% from three, 62% at the freaking line. That's
Not
Syracuse
good.
bad.
That's
You guys touching this fucking game that stings. Cincinnati laying 8.5 now. Oh.
Who the hell? No, I want to bet Colorado. I want to. Cincinnati's looked good for a couple games. Now you're going to lay 8.5 points at home. They might not be able to score that many points. Like, this offense is horrendous. Colorado should be able to hang around.
I guess they've got money coming in on Cincinnati because they're 0-3 in conference, but they haven't looked that bad. I'm staying away from this one, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Cincinnati had a random drill spot like this.
Yeah,
they're kind of really hard to predict, but I don't want to use as Cap would say, my hard-earned American dollars on that offense, trusting them to win this game by 9 points now. Were you doing any of the other Big 12 games right now?
No, they're all in the late window. I was going to fire them.
Keep
I was
rolling.
going to fire them up. Yeah, I'm on Cincinnati. I think that
I didn't know if Trev was in on that one.
He doesn't want to like. He doesn't. He likes Colorado, but he doesn't really want to bet Colorado.
All kind of.
Although it is big, so maybe it's telling you to play Cincinnati. I don't know.
Could be. 3 games early in the American. UAB Tulane, big game in the standings. ECU at South Florida getting the huge number. Charlotte, Tulsa. I see Tulsa laying 3.5 on the road. I see East Carolina getting 18.5, and I see UAB laying 1.5. Anything in these 3 games?
Is 18.5 too many points?
I think it is actually.
At what point in time does it become too many points? Because we know ECU stinks.
They do stink.
They're never going to be able to just let Colby always fade them and be successful. Like, ECU plays with his emotions too much that they will win games that they're not supposed to, and they will cover games they're not supposed to. So yeah, saxophones in chat. We'll take the points here with the Pirates.
We believe.
Yeah, going down to Tampa, which is typically a party town and a distraction for teams, not from Green Vegas though.
Trev?
Yeah, I want to play. I might play Tulsa. I think they bounce back here. Charlotte, a little too much love. I don't think they're that good. I think this is a spot Tulsa can drill them. The ECU game, I wanted no part of ECU at all, and I don't want to lay 20 with South Florida. I don't know, maybe an over, but then that requires ECU to actually do something offensively. So that could be trouble there. But yeah, I thought about playing Temple against Memphis. Memphis hasn't been sharp, even as a favorite. I know it's not double digit, but still, I think Temple could hang around. So I might fire on Temple a little later on.
Mac, were you on UAB or Tulane?
I'm on UAB. I think it's a good spot for UAB.
Were they've always been laying? They didn't cross over or anything like that?
They've just stayed right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot for them. But Tulane undefeated, they're due for a loss. The A10, it's got some games on here tonight. We got 3 games, we already had one tip off. We do have 3 games in this window. The Bonnies laying 1 or 2 at St. Joe's. Davidson getting 11.5 at GW. LaSalle getting 8.5 at Richmond. Anything here for you guys?
I mean, VCU was going to be a pretty big bet So much
It
so
was
that
so square, but I dove into it. I was like,
yeah,
that makes no sense.
I mean they never lose here in Fairfax. Just coming off of that, you feel like they'll be pretty amped up, and it kind of looks like it so far. I kind of like laying points with the Bonnies against St. Joseph's. This is what we thought a pretty good St. Bonaventure team that has 3 straight losses to start conference play, and a pretty shocking one here recently. So I kind of think that they respond here a little bit. The A10 is no one ever pulls away. There's never going to be a team in the last few years. They all kind of gather up at the top. The other 7:00 game I actually kind of like laying the points with George Washington. But what I like more is their team total is at 80.5, and I would play the over in that. I think even if Davidson covers, it'll be because they kind of invite a few points, maybe only lose by 8 or something like that. But I'm more scared of the spread than I am George Washington scoring 81 points. They've kind of been throttling these teams.
Trev, anything for you here in any of these A10 games?
Yeah, I didn't bet it. Bonaventure I debated playing too. St. Joe's won 2 straight. They're feeling good. Bonnie's lost 3 straight. They need a game here. A lot of people like it. I might fire on it anyway. Just square up with the public on that one. But thought about playing Davidson. I mean, they shot horrendously against Rhode Island the other day. It was awful. They could bounce back, but George Washington's been drilling teams like this lately. So ultimately stayed away, and then thought about laying with St. Louis. I mean, I saw an article they're trying to get into the Big East. So what better way to do that than start drilling teams by 25, 20 plus points every game? So might lay with St. Louis later. I think they could drill Fordham tonight.
I'm kind of on board with that one too, Trev.
System. Patriot League here tonight. Colgate laying 9.5. Any interest here? Or
I thought the chat determined that the system was dead.
Chat doesn't know shit. Okay, I'm not giving. I don't give up that easily. Well, fucking system ain't dead yet till I say so.
All right, I'll ride with the system again.
Where we shit on our viewers.
Yeah, I'll ride with the system again. Just because the chat declared the system dead, the system is going to come back stronger than ever. So it's 8.5 right now. Yeah, I mean, Loyola is not that good. There's not a reason why anyone in Baltimore is going to be wanting to watch the toothpaste in town. The system will get it done here. The other Patriot game is, I mean, it's just 2 kind of stinky teams. So I'll lay the points with Bucknell at home.
I'm gonna lay with Colgate here. I mean, you got Loyola coming off. I mean, it doesn't matter. They won a game 2 games ago, but Colgate off a loss. Loyola's getting drilled by like 15 at home to just some god awful teams. Lafayette beat them by 15. American beat them by 25. They just get killed by these teams. So I'll lay it with Colgate.
Indiana State, Illinois State here in the Missouri Valley. How many Missouri Valley games do we got here, gentlemen? I think I saw 2. This is the only early one. So you like the dog here, guys? I mean, both teams have come off losses, a little bit of a rivalry here.
I want to bet Indiana State, but we've already some of these leagues that have already played 5 and 6 games. I think you're supposed to start to believe what the record tells you. Yeah. So this one feels like a pretty. I'm not going to bet anything here. This feels like a pretty accurate line. Maybe do like an exact 6 or 7 point win. Bet both of those and hope that the hook is baiting people one way or the other. But yeah, I don't have a bet here. I feel actually better about laying 5.5 with Southern Illinois against Drake. Is that dumb? I know it's a later game, but
no, I'm on the Salukis. I think the Salukis are much better. Trev, anything from you here, brother?
Yeah, I'm going to probably bet Indiana State. I mean, big game here. Illinois State coming in. They've lost 3 straight. I know Illinois State's lost 2 in a row, but Indiana State just lost to Evansville. Pretty embarrassing loss. I think they come back out and they keep this really competitive, and they're live to win this at home. Knock off one of the big dogs.
We continue on. We already touched on that one. We touched on the Conference USA. We touched on the American, Bucknell Lafayette. That is the Raging Cajuns in Texas State here in the 8 o'clock window. Good time to hit the ads because over here at the Sports Gambling Podcast Network and College Experience, we are brought to you by ourselves. New year, new gear. You see Troy right there with his Mac to School shirt right there on the left. You can get it over there. The SGPN merch store has a bunch of items for new year and new gear right now. 10% off everything. Promo code 2026. We're also brought to you by Avo. Avo's got plenty of options over there. That's AVO, the best sports betting tool that makes a profit every single time you decide to place bets. You've got plus EV opportunities everywhere. Lock in a profit. They have the cleanest dashboard available. Super easy to understand and use, but they also teach you how to use it with step-by-step video guides. In case you have questions, sign up with the sports books. You can let Avo do it all for you. And they have a free Discord, so get on over there. That's Avo, at Avo Official. Get started now at avo.bet and use our promo code SGPN for $18 off. That's avo.bet, promo code SGPN for $18 off. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi, a real prediction market, legal in 50 states, all 50 states. You can trade tons of market, including NFL, college hoops, college football, NBA, NHL, and much more. And you can even get first-time touchdowns. Plus, they got politics, entertainment, hell, even the goddamn weather. So get on over there to Kalshi. New Kalshi customers get $20 off when they use our promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. All righty. We continue on. We got Texas State here taking on Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, the Sunbelt Fun Belt action. This is the only. Oh no, this is This is in the 8 o'clock window. So, how many 8 o'clock games we got? I could lump. No, there's too many. Anything you guys want to touch on in this game?
Specifically, this one, I will concede my time to Trevor.
Yeah, no, lay it, I guess.
How about this? The rivalry here: South Dakota State, North Dakota State. Are the Bison still laying
5.5? Yeah,
hasn't moved.
Hasn't moved. Jackrabbits might decide. I have North Dakota State bet already too.
This was a really bad football year for North Dakota State, though. So Colby's system says they will respond with a basketball season that cannot be answered. And it is funny that making the playoffs and not winning the national championship is considered a really bad year for North Dakota State. Yeah, I don't know why this one hasn't budged. So, if you're going to go on the Jackrabbits, I'll go on the Bison Mac. We can have a mini battle here.
No, I'm on the Bison. I bet the Bison last night. I'm just a little concerned it didn't go up. I thought it'd go up.
Yeah, add another battle to this this rivalry game here. I'm on South Dakota State. Come on, it's the Dakotas. You take the points in these games. South Dakota's going to show up. They're going to give them a game. I think they win this. I do. I think they catch them. But the 5.5 was a gift. I took the 5.5 last night.
All righty, so we got a little bit of a battle there. Here we go. We got the Big 12. Kansas State versus UCF. Desperation. I'm on K-State. You guys?
You can't fade the new merch at the SGPN store. The TCE shiny Golden Knights knockoff is hilarious. Yeah, we'll battle on this one. I'll take UCF. It might be dumb, but I'm not fading the merch store. I believe in the merch store.
You never fade the merch store. Yeah, I didn't want to lay points for the Kansas State. They don't play enough defense, which led me to an over. I like the over one. It was like 170, 171, whatever it is now. But UCF can score. Kansas State doesn't care to play defense. That's optional, and it shows on the court. So I think we see plenty of points in this one. 170 over for me.
Rice, UTSA. I think there's a pair of American games here in the 8 o'clock window. No,
yeah,
it's also the
Temple and Memphis too.
Yes, yeah, you're right. We do have Temple and Memphis Memphis laying 7.5 at home. You know what to do.
Yeah, we talked about that one earlier. It's not double digits, but is the system still in play there?
It's also tragic magic.
It is tragic magic for Temple.
For
Yeah, that's a lock. I was gonna say, are you foxholing with the meeps here?
I
Getting
stayed away.
6.5
I
points.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it again. They're so fucking bad.
Yeah, I mean, typically that's a spot where you would wanna foxhole them, and Rice isn't that great of a team to be laying 6.5, but man, UTSA sucks so bad.
They're so bad. So
I can't. Maybe we're just pussies. Maybe we should take the points with the Roadrunners one last time.
Or
One last time.
I'll sit it out and let you win.
All right. I'll do it.
I will also tap out and watch and root you on from afar.
All right. So the only possible way to make that mathematically correct is now it's a 3-unit bet, and you guys are in it with me without knowing that you are.
When they lose, I do not want to invoice via Venmo.
Are you, Trevor? Are you on this game with me, Temple?
Yeah, I like Temple here. This Memphis team isn't very good.
Trash.
Yeah, they're pretty damn bad. Temple's been all right. They've popped up. They've played some respectable ball a little bit now that the FBI is not hanging around the building every single day. They've kind of loosened up a little bit. So I like Temple here.
We should sprinkle this, right?
Yeah, it was my dog from last night.
Nice.
We'll probably be on our parlay at the end. St. Louis, Fordham, St. Louis laying the big number coming off the big win at VCU, and then on Saturday at LaSalle. So they're absolutely rolling. Do they roll again here?
Yeah, Trevor talked me into this one earlier when we were going through the conference, but I think if they're going to make announcements like we want to get into the Big East, it does make sense that they're doing it in a year where they've just started to throttle some of these teams, and I think they keep that up.
Yeah, exactly. I think they drill them just to be like get notice of the Big East, get their attention that hey, we belong.
Salukis, Bulldogs. Troy, you already mentioned you're on the Salukis here.
Salukis here, yes.
Trev?
Yeah, I'd be on Southern Illinois at home in Carbondale. Just not a fan of this Drake team. It's not your prototypical team. I think they'll be all right next year, but first year's not going so well for the new head coach. So give me the Salukis in Carbondale.
Hate the Drake.
San Diego State, Wyoming. This game is a national TV game because it's on CBS Sports, Beanick. San Diego State laying 1.5. You guys on Laradice?
So when I was talking to Trev about this beforehand, I was like, Laradice is one of those places that's also very unpredictable. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. The only hope that Wyoming has is that San Diego State, like the compass is actually south when it's really north because some like magnetic anomalies going on in Laradice. And it's possible. So I'm going to believe in it. I'm going to roll with the Cowboys, actually. I think, some of these weird spots, Laramie gets bumping and kind of some weird shit goes down. It's short, too. It's stinky.
It is stinky.
Yeah, it stinks, but majority of these home team spots, catching teams, this hasn't gone well this year. I think San Diego State's better. Wyoming doesn't have size. They should get bullied down low. This shouldn't even be a game. Fake sharp play today, Wyoming. I'll be on San Diego State tonight.
They're gonna bust your balls in the Kerm show later when Wyoming beats them outright. Pair of 8:30 Big Ten games: Penn State, UCLA, Illinois Northwestern. So 9.5. Northwestern traditionally has played them really tough, and then UCLA laying 4.5 on the road. You guys touching these Big Ten games?
I mean, Illinois has the European Eastern Bloc hit squad that can go on the road and still, like Wagner group your team. And again, this is a typical foxhole spot that you would think Mac would be on the 0-5 conference team. And I don't know which one you picked, but
I'm on Northwestern. That's one of my favorite three last night. Oh, yeah.
I think Illinois is just simply way too good here, but 9.5 is what it's at now. So what, it went up a point. I think they can still win the game by 10 points or more. So I'm against you here, Mac. And UCLA Penn State is a travel play. Roll with Penn State.
Yeah, no, I laid it with Illinois, or I like Illinois, I should say. Didn't bet it, but I think they roll them out. They're starting to get healthy. They got their guys. They're starting to get their feet under them. I think they kind of drilled Northwestern here, and then the other Big Ten game. Remind me quick.
UCLA and Penn State.
UCLA, yeah. UCLA has already did their traveling over. Penn State, I debated playing them last night because the line stinks, but I just think they're very inexperienced, and UCLA's got experience. They've already done this trip. I think this is a spot UCLA can win by double digits. So I might find myself fading Penn State yet again this year. I know they've been chippy lately, but come on. At some point, the floor is going to fall out.
I just don't trust fucking UCLA on the road.
I know that's a scary part.
Mick just is such a bitch about fucking trials. Like, bro, you joined the Big Ten. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
You never left the West Coast. They all come to you.
Yeah, no shit. 7 games here, or let's fly through the remaining SEC games. That is Vandy at Texas and South Carolina at Arkansas. I know you touched on it. The Texas Vandy game has come down to 3.5. A little surprised by that. Arkansas staying true at 11.5 against South Kakalaka.
Yeah, do we think that this is a random Texas spot where the SEC starts manipulating how many teams they're trying to get into the tournament?
Bama, though.
On the road.
Yeah, I think Vandy's gonna smack their ass, man.
Yeah, I mean, I laid it with them. I'm just doing the Noah Beanick devil's advocate, but I did bet Vanderbilt, but it's weird that it's coming down, right?
Yes,
worries me a little bit. The Arkansas game. The Arkansas game is also kind of a Cal system here. It's up to 11.5. I don't know if I like Cal that much as a 11.5 point favorite. So I'll take the points as gross as it is with South Kakalak.
I'm squaring up in the SEC tonight. Laid it with Vandy. I saw the 3.5. I grabbed it. Texas off of the Bama win on the road. Now you're back home. People starting to believe and putting their money in you. No, it's this is a Vandy spot. I think Vandy comes out, kills them. I mean, their flat spot they had already, and they didn't come out flat. I know they're hitting the road, but still, they're the far better team here. And then, South Carolina on the road, no thank you. This Arkansas team is legit. They're very, very good. 10.5 with the Hogs here.
What about the pair of 2 ACC games in the 9 o'clock window? Carolina going to Stanford and Virginia Tech going to SMU. I see SMU laying 8.5. I see Carolina laying 4.5.
I mean, Carolina is a different team when it comes to trying to play the travel because they already do a bunch of that in preseason tournaments and these showcase games and stuff like that. So I do kind of get the fact that they're still a favorite on the road, but this is jumped up to 4.5. So hopefully you got it at 2.5. This is going to be the middle play. North Carolina is going to win this game by 3 or 4 points. And if you waited too long, you're going to get screwed by just rolling with the better team in North Carolina. So yeah, we're going to call this one at Stanford with the points now at 4.5, but I'm also on North Carolina laying 2.5.
I'd lay it with North Carolina. Troy already said it. They do a lot of traveling already, so they should be used to it. Stanford, I know they pop up every once in a while, but I think the heels get them. They're good. I figured. I had a feeling.
We're hugging that tree. Fuck these blue bloods. They don't want to come out west. Let's go. Summit League, more Summit League action here. I'll combine the Summit and the WCC here. Oral Roberts, Denver, and then Pepperdine Pacific is the other game here. Where's that at? Yeah, Pepperdine, Portland, Pepperdine. Sorry, not Pacific. I'm all over the place. Pacific is at Santa Clara, Loyola Marymount at Oregon State. Do you guys want any of these WCC games or the one Summit League game?
I kind of like laying the big number with Santa Clara, to be honest. The difference in the defensive intensity in Pacific, going to Santa Clara for a league game here, I think it's a bit of a reality check for them. If I could talk, it's a bit of a reality check for them. So I'm going to lay the points with Santa Clara, my favorite out of all of those, even though it's a big number.
Yeah, Santa Clara's legit. Pacific, I think, is a little overrated. I'd lay it with them too. But LMU, I don't think Oregon State's that good. Corvallis doesn't carry the same weight. A Tuesday night against LMU, who's showing up to this game? They show up for Gonzaga and St. Mary's. I'll lay with LMU in that one.
And then the Big 12, the three Big 12 games. Mentioned it, Tech laying a big number, 17.5 against Utah. And then the other one, you got the rivalry game late at night. You got the Arizona laying 21.5 as the undefeated team. And then you got BYU laying 13.5 against a chippy TCU team. Anything in the three Big 12 late games, Troy?
I mean, you got to take those points with Arizona State, right?
Yeah,
21.5. Like, no, I know that Arizona's baller and really good and probably could win this game by that much, but this is an in-state battle game. You gotta take the 21.5. That's probably my favorite one out of those.
I like the over in that Utah game. Utah playing with pace. They give up plenty of points. They're scoring points. I mean, they scored 80 on Arizona and gave up 97. I think they can score on Texas Tech a little bit, but yeah. Otherwise, the Big 12 didn't really have any feel. I thought about TCU with the points there. I mean, Atabanza's kind of got some turnover trouble. Maybe that kind of bites him a little bit. TCU showing they can hang around in these road games. Only difference is this is an elevation now, so maybe a little extra hurdle to get over. But yeah, it would be TCU in that over for the Utah game for me. And then I guess I would lay it with Arizona. Arizona's a wagon. This Arizona State team sucks. Other than whatever they do, Modo, whatever the dude's name is on Arizona State, I definitely fucked that up.
good. We forgive you.
Thank
Matola, you win by 20 tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of glad I forgot about the whole no handshake the last time they played in this game. That could play into it a little bit. 22 points is a lot.
It's too many. The three late games here, not named the Big 12. Nevada, Alfred going to the Spectrum here. I should have went to this game. The Utah State laying 13.5. That's a big number. Michigan on the road, laying 12.5. And then Duke laying 14.5 late in the window.
I think my favorite out of those, I might be stealing it from Trev too, but I think my favorite out of those is going back to squaring up with Michigan here, laying 12.5 points on the road. Seems like a drill spot coming off of a loss, and I don't know if I want to lay 14.5 with Duke just because I hate Duke. Like, I'm so irrationally scared of Duke because they're annoying. I think Utah State might hammer Alfred here.
Okay. Trev?
Yeah, later with Michigan, bounce back. I mean, we were talking on Kerm's show last night. We're like, if they didn't lose, like, what is this line? Like it should be like 19.5. Like, if they didn't lose, they're just drilling teams still. But I don't think the travel is going to affect them too much. I laid it with Michigan. I'd take the points with Cal. They can shoot, they can score. I mean, Duke's looked vulnerable lately. They just closed it out in the second half. So props to them on that. But yeah, other than that, really have nothing else in the late windows too much.
All righty, and that does it. And we'll get over to our locks, dog. But first, we got to shout out our sponsor 6 minutes prior to tip. Underdog Fantasy, a pick entry. So get on over there. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is crushing NFL this season, college football this season. They got a bunch of reception props, TD props, much more. Plenty of action for the playoffs coming up. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, make your own, and play with sliders. Looking to go premium? Use our promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off. Use our promo code for your first month. Download Rhythm and use our promo code SGPN25. The dog parlay of the night. I gave out Temple last night on the show, fellas. I'll go back to it. I like a plus 285 on the money line at Memphis.
Let's hug that tree. I think if anybody has got a chance to win, is not like it's 4.5, so it's not mega small, but
plus 160 on the money line.
The travel, if we want to juice it up, because I guess we could also maybe throw an alt line in there. You go ahead, Trevor. Let's not.
LSU, go Tigers, plus 150, 155. I'm seeing. Kentucky, no, they're fugazi, and Jalen Lowe's out now too with the shoulder. They're fugazi. LSU gets a big win here,
guys. That's a 23 to 1er. I like that.
I was gonna say you could also, if you wanted, Georgia Tech's a little bit smaller, but I think they beat Pittsburgh outright.
You want me to replace Stanford with Georgia Tech?
Yeah, because I do.
Plus 110.
I do have the middle. Okay, that's not bad.
18 to 1. There you go. Shop till you drop, customers. Temple at Memphis. Georgia Tech as a home dog against Pitt, and LSU as a home dog against Kentucky. If you throw $20 on that, you win 360. There's your money line parlay, 18 to 1 tonight. Bam, let's go. All right, guys. Games have already tipped off. Let me give my usual score update here. We got Holy Cross up 13 at the break on Army. Chattanooga, Wofford all tied at 30. Western Carolina's a dog is up 1.5 on ETSU. Lehigh, lock battle for me. Let's go. At Boston, up 12 at the half. VCU in the fucking stinky game, up 10 on Rhode Island in the Battle of the Rams. Fucking Butler. Fuck this team. Xavier's up 9 on Butler. I can't get a Butler game right for the last 3 years.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life.
I hate that team. They're
they're the worst.
So much more talent than Xavier, and they're losing. That mod is done. Winthrop is smacking High Point by 13, 29-16, midway through the first half. And kind of the surprise, I guess, of the early window is Iowa holds a 5-point lead, 23-18 on the Boilermakers at Mackey. So we'll see if they can hold on. Shitload of games tipping off here in 3 minutes. Loaded late slate. Can't wait for it. Go check out Trev later tonight, midnight Eastern on Kyle Kerm's show. And then what time do you guys go live on Pump Fake?
Probably anywhere from 9:30 to we'll say 9:45 Central. Okay.
So you guys try to get on before Kerm's. It usually goes you guys, Kerms, and then us.
Yeah. We overlap into Kerms, but yeah.
So go check out Trev on all those platforms. Go check out Troy Tuning and go get a Mac to School shirt. He is at Troy Tuning. He's at Suey Picks. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. College football show tonight, 10 Eastern. Hoosiers. The U. Who you guys picking, by the way?
Oh, Hoosiers. Hoosiers by 1,000,000.
Troy? Signetti?
Why would they have this game in Miami and Miami finally makes it to the championship?
I know, it's hilarious.
They're going to get blown out at home.
The best story is the fact that Indiana will likely have more people there, even though it's in Miami.
I know.
But the funniest story is the database of college football plays that has been hacked into. Like every offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator upload their plays online to a database. Come on. What clickbait used to be cool and believable. Now it's just complete bullshit.
It's always been bullshit. See you guys in a couple hours. Game tipping off in 1 minute. We are the College Basketball Experience. See you Jack Fucks later, and we are out of here. God damn, I should have fucked up.
Gotta change which hand to use.
Yeah, I gotta jack off with my left.
Gotta go. Opposite day.